Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the chat. John Conway. Good morning. We're going to do some inverted rows. Cool down my coffee a little bit so it's drinkable. It's still pretty hot. What? Hey Campbell, how you doing? Lance, Top Gun, Marcus, welcome to the chat. Today's a polling day. We work in a 3-day split. Monday was legs, Tuesday's pulling, and tomorrow we'll be pushing. Good morning, Automotive. Dustin, welcome. Sandra Ford, good morning. New tactic, right? So check this out. I made a short just now and I put it out. I said, hey guys, where you at? Right? I'm going live right now, trying to get it out there a little more. Maccabee Speed, what's up? Good morning. The most consistent channel on this platform. I wouldn't call me all that, but thanks, man. This is the guy who made this for us. The card holders, the sucker-free card holders. This is them, and this is the guy. Check it out, guys. So this is how we're doing the workout. We shuffle the deck, we pull the card, jack, and then we slam it in the box, and then we go through the whole deck this way. That's what we're about to do right now. And this is the guy who's putting everything together for us. Thank you, Maccabee Speed. I appreciate you, the hard work you do to make this sucker-free box. It's pretty awesome. And Maccabee Speed, he's got a, I know I didn't mention it, he's got his own YouTube channel. Check him out at your leisure. I have highlighted his channel on my homepage so it's easy to find. You can just click on it with everybody else that I recommend. He makes these 3D accessories. Pretty awesome. All right, so today's the pulling intensity. We're going to get to it. Good morning, Galwez. Welcome to the chat. Maccabee Speed says, you got it. Do you super moderate your nutrition or monitor your nutrition or allow yourself to eat what you like? Thanks so much for the shout out. Well, I guess it depends on who you are and what you consider moderate. I would say yes. For most people, the way that I eat is pretty moderate. Baphomet 499, welcome to the chat, man. Says roses are red. Wait a second. Dough makes me glad. Bread is perfection, so how could it be bad? I agree. I love bread. Bread is delicious. Thanks for joining the chat and supporting the content. But basically right now I'm eating between the hours of noon and 8 p.m., right? Nothing before and nothing after. Generally, sometimes I might extend my eating period to 8:30 or something like that. Things happen. but I really like this intermittently fasting where that pretty much allows me to eat anything and still look decent. Hey, Pulsing Iron, welcome to the chat. Says, let's go, Jesse. Here to support before work. Have a good one. Hi, everybody. Here's another good one. This guy is super consistent. Pulsing Iron, guys, check out his channel. It's awesome. You know, he's got this joke going on. He wears these socks, right? These chicken leg socks. You know how everybody calls every fitness influencer chicken legs? Well, he's actually got some chicken leg socks, man. It's pretty hilarious. I dig it. Your sense of humor. All right, well, let's get to it. We're going to do a pulling intensity. I think these inverted rows are super awesome. And if you want to, if you're a DIY guy, you ain't got nothing around in your house, well, just take a bed sheet, right? Take a bed sheet, grab a corner of it, right? Not a towel, this is a towel, but just imagine it's a bed sheet, right? Just take a corner of it, put it in a knot, right? And then spread it out so it's nice and thin, right? You know what I mean? And then you put that knot in a door and you can close it. And then you can grab this bed sheet, right, and do these inverted rows with us. I'm just saying, be cautious, but that's a DIY way to do it, so you could just on the fly do this with us. Put a knot in a bed sheet, close it within a door, and we can do some inverted rows. Okay, so let's give this a go. I like to utilize this. This is what I'm doing it with. I got a lat pull down thing, and I got it attached to a strap. Now, if you had something like this, you could put a knot in that as well and close it within a door. You know, I got one of my guys over here, he ties it to the roof rack of his car, right? And he'll go like this off the roof rack of his car with a setup just like this, because he travels all the time. Yeah. All right, so anyways, if you guys need a sucker-free card holder, rubber band, or whatever, check out my suckerfreestore.com and we'll get it out to you. All right, let's get to this. First card on deck is an 8, and I have, we're going to time our duration. It'll probably take us like 40 minutes. Depending on how much coffee we sip on in between, you know. Adela, good morning. Cottonmouth, Sullivan, Dustin. Okay, here we go. 8 on deck is the first one. Jack, that's 10 on deck. Hey, Cutter, welcome to the chat. Allie Bird, welcome. 4 is the next one. Adela is hoping their card holder is coming in the mail today. Well, so far I've mailed them all out the same day the orders came in, so it shouldn't take them that long. I'm pretty on point with mailing them out. Appreciate the support. Maccabee Speed is the one who's working on the big secret, the next one. The big idea. It's going to be awesome. 10 on deck. Can't wait to show you the process. Yeah, my one dude who ties it to the top of his car, he'll pull over to a gas station and do it, right? Just like that. You know, he'll tie it to his roof rack. Freaking awesome. Yeah, I'm going to have to do a collab with him just so he can show all of you how cool it is. Three on deck. The last package I tracked from you went to Akron, Ohio, and then came back to North Ridgeville. You gotta love the mail system. Yeah, I hate tracking stuff, man. Three on deck. You know, I used to just drop my packages off so they could scan it themselves at their leisure, you know, just walk in, walk out. But then they lost one, right? I'm like, man, I can't be having that, so I just wait in line now. You know, make sure I get a number. Two is the next one. Yeah, so it's 5:18 for me right now. Eastern Standard Time. Ace, this will be 10 on deck. Is it okay to use a straight bar for that? Heck yeah. Absolutely. You know, you're only limited by your own creativity. You know, when I first started doing this, I think I was doing it off like a handrail, right? Or honestly, a bunk bed. Yeah, because I used to do this one on a bunk bed. You know, just get in there and then grab the top of it. Next, we have a 9 on deck. Hey, what's up, Patrick? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I feel well. You know, I had a bit of a cold for the last week or so. I probably still have it a little bit, but it's on its way out, that's for sure. Honestly, you said you have a straight bar. Well, the wider the bar, and the further you're able to actually reach out in this exaggerated, do these little rep ranges, the sicker the results will get. You know, with these activating your lats. Tell you what. Honestly, I was thinking maybe I could like put some PVC end caps on, you know, just to extend it, and just so I can go a little bit wider. As long as you're feeling better. Well, we're going to do the work regardless of the way I feel. If I feel better or not, I'm still going to put the work in, you know what I mean? Queen, 10 on deck. That's where the consistency turns into discipline, right? King, this is going to be 10 on deck. Hey, Gravity Core Fitness, what's up, dude? How you feeling? That was a good time yesterday. We're going to have to do it again. We did 2,000 push-ups and 2,000 body squats. And we did it in a pretty decent time. It was like an hour and 40 minutes to do that. You guys should do it too. Tell us what your time is. Do 2,000 push-ups and 2,000 body squats and let us know in the comments, right, of that video that me and Gravity Core Fitness did. Put your time in. Hoo-ah. Automotive says, I would love to see the Positive Fitness tubers do a Ninja Warrior style meetup in like 5 years when they're all successful and following. We are successful right now. This is it. The community that we have, of course we are. King, 10 on deck. What else do you need, right? We got each other. For real, community is the best thing in the world, right? We got the most positive community. And this is a good representation of how people are across the world naturally, right? Because the chat is filled with people from across the world. And generally, we're all pretty positive. We all love to work out, right? Yeah, it's a good time. King, 10 on deck. Change the angle up on it a little bit, bring it towards my forehead. 5 on deck is the next one. What's up, Nick? How you doing? Welcome to the chat. 5 is the next one. Oh man, I feel good. From yesterday, man. You know what? Tomorrow is what I'm really looking forward to. I love chest day. My idea, 6 on deck, with the way I'm going to, I want to do weights, but more with like super stupid lightweight. I want to do reps of like 20, you know, like 20 and maybe even 40, you know, because I know from doing high reps with calisthenics, man, I get stupid jacked. I mean, I wonder if I can do that with the weights. Alley Bird, thank you for the channel support so much. Just gifted 5 memberships. Heck yeah, guys. Welcome. Welcome, DM Dimitris, Paul, Neuro, Robin Hood, and Kyle. Welcome to the chat, guys. You guys now have access to Sunday morning's extra workout where we work out, you know, Sunday, you know, just the members, nice cup of coffee together. Yeah, talk about stuff, drink coffee, work out. 9 on deck. Yep, every Sunday. I'll see you guys there. Thank you, Allie Bird, for supporting the content. 4 is the next one. Here we go. 8 on deck. Seven is the next one. Hey, greetings, guys. 3. Train legs. Well, we did 2,000 body squats yesterday morning, and then we did 200 weighted levers as well. I think you missed that one. 10 on deck. We get our legs. Don't you worry. Probably will trade legs more than you. Probably. Here we go. Lori says, look at those chat numbers, finally back to normal. Well, you know what? I did something interesting today. I put out a short right before we went live, and I said, hey guys, I'm going live right now. Come check me out, right? Where you been? Did you guys see that? Is that why everybody's here today? Or did you get notified I was going live? Let me know in the comments, because I'm trying to figure this out, man, for real. Here we go. Queen, 10 on deck. Yeah, I said like, happy Tuesday. Where you at? I'm going live right now. Come join the fun, something like that, right? 7. I'm just trying anything right now. I'm just trying anything. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. Hit that like while you're here, would you? Appreciate it. Nine is the next one. It probably helps. I don't know, whatever. If it looks good, I'm going to continue. I'll do that every time if that's what it takes. 9 is the deck. Algorithm's a mystery. I can't begin to. I think of it. I think there's a joke in there, right, somewhere. Next, we got a 5 on deck. Yeah, I'm 43 years young. Yep. Well, my back's feeling pretty good right now. Five on deck. Now, let's get to 200 likes. I think it's possible. We got 123 right now. Hit that like button, guys. We'll get there. All right, here we go. 5 on deck. Next, we have an ace that represents 10. Hey, Miracle Empress, good morning. Welcome to the chat. Yep, buddy. Yes, if you're new to the chat, I learned how to work out in the prison system. Now, this is the physique that I built in the prison system. And, you know, as you can imagine, it's an interesting topic of discussion because we didn't have much weights. Most of it was all calisthenics. And it's not like they fed us protein or good food, right? So it's all an interesting topic of discussion because it's very repeatable, right? It's happening today. The jails are filled with men with my size and shape. They don't feed them great, right? They don't have weights, but they all look like this, right? The ones that choose to work out, I'm talking about. There's people that don't work out, but I'm saying the ones that do, they all come out looking like this, right? So I say carbs are needed to build the body, right? Because I didn't have protein to build this body. I had carbs, and I think the high reps with the half rep range of motion. I learned this in the prison system. Everybody did everything in the half rep range of motion, and everybody looked like this, right? So I mean, it works. It's repeatable. Just giving you my experience. Hopefully it'll help you. 4 on deck. Followed by a 2. I always worked out morning rec and evening rec, so I just stayed consistent. You guys heard the term consistency is key, right? Well, it was easy to do that in the prison system, right? Consistency, eat at breakfast, eat at lunch, eat at dinner, work out at morning rec, work out at evening rec. That was consistent. That was routine. Because when you're in prison, you count the days, it's like, it's just like same thing over and over again. Queen, 10 on deck. It's like the ultimate routine. But it just shows you that routine and consistency is key. That's what it takes. Queen, 10 on deck. I know a lot of people like to overthink it. Hey, what's up? Fungus Power 2 says D-Birds sent me over here. Heck yeah, guys. Hey, there he is himself. Men of Action says you got your views back up. Heck yeah. Well, check this out, D-Bird. This is what I did. You got to try it for yourself. I don't know if it'll work, but this is what I did. Right before I went live, I made a short and I said, hey guys, I'm streaming right now. Happy Tuesday. Where you at? Come check me out. And then I went live immediately. Give that a shot, man. I just tried it out and this is where we're at. Jason says, D-Bird sent me, like and subscribe. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate you checking out the chat. This is what a community looks like. You know what I mean? Men of Action, guys. Check out Men of Action's channel. Give them a like, a subscribe. You know, the fitness community is tight-knit. You know, we're a bunch of real dudes putting in the work, you know. Check out these channels that I have listed on my homepage. They're all pretty solid, guys. Check them out. Give them a like and subscribe. It really goes a long way. Thank you, guys. King is the next one, 10 on deck. Appreciate you guys, all of you, right? So what I'm going to do after the live stream's over, now on that short, I will turn to unlisted. That way I keep all the analytics that was accumulated for it or towards it, and I just don't erase it, right? If I click it to unlisted after the stream's over, king, that'll be 10. Then I'll be able to keep all of those analytics for my charts. I'm learning this stuff along the way. I'm figuring it out. I'm happy to pass along what I learned. But this is the first time I did that. I don't know if it'll work again, right? So I'll try it again on this evening stream, and we'll see if it's a repeat, if we get the same results. You know what I mean? This is the extra card I throw in the deck, right? So I'm going to count it as 10. Dustin says 1,000 people. Yeah, this is unusual, right? I mean, we're back to the usual numbers, I guess. We're back to the usual numbers. So it worked. I don't know if that worked, but that's what I did. Where to get the merch? Well, I got a bunch of links on my homepage, right? But they're all within 3 different links. So t-shirts and mugs are one link. The rubber band and the sucker-free cards are on another link. That's the suckerfreestore.com for the workout equipment. But it's all over the place, man. I'm trying to consolidate, make it all one button kind of thing. You know what I mean? Hey, where is Milano? Welcome to the chat. Off my diet really helped for results. Definitely kicking alcohol. Yeah, off my diet really helped for results. Perfect. Awesome. That's awesome. Glad to hear. Yeah, same for me, man. As soon as I quit drinking alcohol, I lost 55 pounds. 55 pounds like that. I mean, that's a lot of weight, in my opinion. 10 on deck. Ace, this is 10. Ace, this is 10. Barbecue ribs and Mexican rice. Man, that sounds delicious. Where's Milano? Are you still on TikTok? I mean, I still got my account, but every time I go live, I get kicked off. I guess I could only post shorts over there. I haven't really messed with it in months. I should probably start posting stuff to it. It's tough, man, to keep up with all that. 9 on deck. Honestly, last time I went on my TikTok account, I just deleted half my content. Anything that didn't have X amount of numbers, I just got rid of it. That made what I had more solid, Just got rid of all my low number content. 8. is the next one. Yeah, it's all an experiment, right? Try something for a few months. If it doesn't work, switch it up, right? You know, I notice pretty quickly when my eating habits are off, and when I start gaining a midsection like this. Yeah, I'm just starting to lift weights, but I'm doing it in a different way. I'm going to do super lightweight, high reps. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm just figuring out, I'm fine-tuning it and polishing the program, right? Every time I try it again. Here we go. Yeah, and I don't do any abs. I don't like doing abs. Five on deck. Well, I post everything on my other YouTube channel. I post it on my Discord. I post it on my Instagram. All I do is take a picture of what I eat before I eat it. Nothing special. And that's 90% of what I consume, you know. But if you guys take the time and join our free Discord community, right, you can post what you eat there as well. Compare it to the next man, right, and compare your eating habits with the community's eating habits. Look and see what the community eats to stay jacked, right? Because the way it goes is you're supposed to take a picture of everything you eat before you eat it, and you post it to the community chat, and that action in itself keeps you accountable, right? It makes you think twice, like, do I want to really take a picture of this and show everybody? Right? Sometimes I gotta think twice. That's how I think. I'm like, I could eat that, but then I'd have to take a picture and show everybody, right? Ace, 10 on deck. But that's just staying accountable to the community. It helps. Let's see. Hitish says, when I do rowing high reps like this, these half reps, my forearms and biceps tendon pain. Well, just so you guys know, tendons take a lot of time to actually strengthen. Your muscles actually grow quicker than your tendons temperance are. Absolutely. And like if you've only been doing it within an 18-month period, you're probably going to be feeling that pain still. 4 on deck, right? Your muscles will make huge gains. Your muscles will make huge gains, but it's your tendons that still take some time. All right, 4 on deck. Yeah, so I'm starting to, I built this body with calisthenics, but I'm going to do weights at nighttime. I'm going to start doing weights. I collected enough of them over here. So the way I'm going to do weights is I'm going to do weights just like I do calisthenics. That's the game plan anyways. I'm going to do a super low weight, high reps, and I think that I'll be able to achieve a better pump, because that's what happens when I do calisthenics, you know what I mean? I think if I do the same program with the weights, the little reps, the high reps, high number of reps, 8, that I'll see some good results. And I want to be able to hit like sets of 20, honestly. I think 20 would be sick. Now, like 20 and greater would be awesome, right? But I don't want the weight to be too light, right? I want to be like failing at the 20th rep, you know what I mean? I don't want to physically be able to go past it. I don't know. These are all just hypotheticals right now. We got to put it to work for a month, see how it goes. Joker, 10 on deck. £145. Reps is 20 for you. Probably. I was thinking even. I don't know. I gotta find it. I don't know my numbers yet. So we're still in the beginning phase. We ain't even got in there. But I would imagine it's probably somewhere about there. Cutter says bet 145. 7. We're gonna find out tomorrow's chest day, so we'll figure that out. Now, honestly, in the spirit of benching till failure, we might want to do it over there on that yellow machine. That way, it has like a built-in spotter, so when I could take it to failure. I could just rep it out on the lever machine. So, honestly, that's the safer route to go. Should probably do that. But honestly, I could do 145 on the bench as well. That's not dangerous. If I can't get it off my chest, I could always dump the weights. Don't put any collars on it, you know what I mean? We'll see. We'll see. Two is the next one. Ten. Andriel, good morning. Pulling day, yeah. So we're gonna get on to the this evening workout. It'll still be a pulling day as well, but we'll be utilizing the weights and we'll be on the lever. Pull down. We'll be going like this. That's the plan for this evening's workout. It'll be weighted. Right, so this morning's workout, we're doing palms down, hands wide out, right? And this morning's will be palms up, closer grip. That way we get a full, we hit both angles. Jack, 10 on deck. There we go. Now, those of you who went to prison and then those of you who've come out, isn't the prison diet very similar to intermittently fasting. Wouldn't you say? Because they only feed you within these time periods of the day, and then it's done. You know what I mean? Right? So I think that is a big. It helps the physique of these guys coming out, right? Because they lived that way for years with an intermittently fasting diet. Three is the next one. Six. Five. Yeah, I really like the intermittently fasting. It's pretty awesome. I feel like I could be more sloppy with my diet and still look good. You know, I can eat more options, and as long as I stay within the eating time of noon and 8 p.m., I can pretty much eat what I want. You know, and still come out looking decent, you know? Biceps. Yeah, I've never really worked my biceps before. You know, it's just from pull-ups. Inverted rows, these help too. Let's see, what are we at? What did we pull? 5? Okay, let's get it. I feel like they get a good pump, you know, when we're going to utilize some weights this evening. All right, we'll go like this. Now I like to keep just that little rep range, just like that. Just get on that flex point and rock it, you know what I mean? Jack, 10 on deck. Hey Christian, how you doing? Welcome to the chats. Love the tattoos. It's like a thing to do, you know, just a time waster in prison, you know, most of the time. They're all old and they need to be touched up one of these days. Here we go. Jack, 10 on deck. Honestly, I could take it or leave it. I could probably live the rest of my life and not get another tattoo and be totally happy about it. Right? Or I could just go crazy and do the whole thing over again. Yep. Six is the next one. Yeah, I just did 6.5 years, and I stayed consistent with my workouts the entire time, you know, working out 2 times a day, with that mentality. Here we go. 6 is the next one. What's up, Zen? Jesse and chat, how you doing? Good morning. Here we go, 7 on deck. We're 42 minutes into this progression, and we're almost there. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards left. Three is next one. ED says, do you do legs? Yeah, you missed it. Legs is Monday. I do everything on a 3-day split. So the day starts off Monday is legs, Tuesday's pulling intensity, Wednesday's pushing intensity, then the whole thing's in repeat. Back to legs, pulling, pushing, legs, pulling, pushing, you know what I mean? Jack, 10 on deck. Just go that way forever and ever. Two is the next one. The reason why I do a 3-day split is because if this is leg day, then that means I have 2 days of rest by doing pulling and pushing before I get back to my leg day. So I'm actually resting it 2 days, even though I never take a day off. Here we go, check this out. This is the last card of the deck, and I know you know what this card is. Just tell me what this card is. Right? Fazel says a 10, Allie Bird says 5, Peter 7, Turd Cutter a 6, Guy was a 4, Tracy a 10, Braid an 8, wait, Ace, Miracle Empress an 8. You guys ready? Here we go. This is the last card of the deck. 400 reps. It's a 6. And it's honestly just a little bit more than 400 reps, but we completed that progression in 45 minutes, and it was 55 seconds. So 4, 5, 5, 5. Next. Where is it? Okay, so I'm going to do 3 1-minute duration dead hangs. They're going to be half-assed dead hangs. They're only going to be a minute long, and my feet are going to be on the ground. So this is just for spinal decompression. You know, just decompress that spine a little bit, 1 minute at a time. Don't skip this part, guys. You'll feel so much better, I'm telling you. Yeah, it's a good stretch all around. All around. Like right now, I'm feeling a good stretch in my pecs, even. You know, they're still full of lactic acid from yesterday. Another minute duration. Go right into it. Like I said, these are half-assed dead hangs. My feet are on the ground, and I'm just focusing on stretching my spine. I'm doing 3 1-minute durations. My weight is currently 190. I've been eating a lot of carbs lately. I'm with the goal of being in like a bulk, just being in excess of carbs. I've recently started working out with weights in the evening time. So I do calisthenics in the morning and weights in the evening, right? And I'm going to do 1 more minute duration here. But the way I'm going to go about the weights right now, I'm going to hit it the same way I hit the calisthenics. Low weight, high reps. That's what I'm thinking anyways. You know, we'll see how it works out. That's the goal. And I'm going to utilize the half rep range of motion as much as I can. Do I notice the carbs giving me more energy for high reps? Absolutely. Like I said, in the prison system where I developed my body to begin with, all they fed us was carbs. It was like rice and bread with every meal. You know, it was never a high protein diet. It was always carbs. Ariel says, pickles, I heard, would help with lactic acid. Yeah, it does. It's the pickle juice. It's delicious. I love pickle juice. All right, we're going to do a 7-minute duration with the sucker-free resistance band for shoulder mobility. Now, if you guys are starting out at home with your own sucker-free resistance band, I highly recommend capping it off at 3-minute durations. It took me a while to work up to the 7 minutes. These are the sucker-free resistance bands, and I have them at the suckerfreestore.com, along with these sucker-free card holders. All right, so check them out. They are a nice addition to the workout. All right. These are courtesy of Maccabee Speed. He made these, man. All right. So, like I said, 7-minute duration. And I'm going to start from the hip, bring it over my head, and I'm going to turn slightly, let it out, And I'm going to bring it to the midsection of my back, the back of my hand. Right? Let it back out and repeat. Now my brother Justin Pawlak, he taught me this one. He calls this bulletproofing the shoulders, and it really brings all these little muscles, gets them jacked and fills up that space. There's no more slop in my shoulders since doing this, like none. It becomes like the foundation of everything. Yeah, I'm 43, I'm 5'10", 180 pounds. Hey Sadat, welcome to the chat. How do you like that? I sound like the cat in the hat. I'm just fooling. Why are you wearing shades? Well, they're not shades. They're just my regular glasses. They're naturally tinted all the time. My eyes have always been a little sensitive to light. Always just a little sensitive. Thank you guys taking the time to stimulate the algorithm. Says, you took baking soda today? Yes. I capsulize the baking soda and I take a very small amount before every workout. That's my intention sometimes. Sometimes I totally skip all my supplements because, I get sick of taking them, man. You know what I mean? I'm sure you guys can relate. Blue light filter, I've seen those glasses that they make. I know what you're talking about. I think that's a good idea. These are just regular glasses though. I just had them tinted. So, by trade, which I'm doing my best to get out of, is a tree climber, And a lot of times they'd be in the trees and you really need shades, you need some shades while you're climbing the tree, because you're up in the sun, you're looking at the sun, making these cuts. Yeah, it definitely helps out. But I like sunlight. Sunlight's awesome. It feels good, looking at the morning sunrise and sunset. I definitely take my glasses off for that because I want it unfiltered, download, bring it in. Why do you climb trees? Well, it's just trimming them and removing them and whatnot, but like I said, I'm doing my best to get out of that line of work. Right now I only take the smallest of the smallest jobs, like what my uncle calls the low-hanging fruit, something you can do with ease without breaking your back, because when I was younger and dumber, I just did everything I could just because of my ego, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll do that job, no problem, right? Just break my back doing it and my bank account. End up losing money on the stupid thing. I tell you what, stay small and take it all. Don't mess around with these big jobs if you're not prepared. calm your ego, man. That was my trouble. My ego, man, has been troublesome. I tell you what, it's probably the reason why I'm not in, business today. It's because I was taking on too much, right? Taking on too much, trying to grow too quick. You have a tree down leaning on the power lines. Give me a good estimate, please. Well, if you call your local provider, they will remove it for free, 100%. So that's who you have to call. Don't pay nobody for that, and stay away from it. It's dangerous. I used to work for the power line clearance companies that clear those, exactly what we're talking about right now, right? There's always somebody on call. Somebody will be there, immediately. Yeah, call your electrical provider. I don't care if they just trimmed it. Ain't no down tree supposed to be leaning up against it, okay? Either the people who did their job that day, they didn't do a good job, but you know what I mean? Regardless, make the phone call. See, the way it works is the noisy wheel gets the grease. You gotta make some noise, man, right? You gotta be a pain in their ass. Call them again. Take a picture of it. Put it on their Facebook page, right? Make them look stupid. Somebody will be out there. Seven minutes for the next one. RG says, I'm always afraid the squeaky wheel gonna get replaced. Oh, that only works at Boeing. Da-dun-dun. Maybe it's too soon for that one. What a good stretch. Yeah, it's bulletproofing of the shoulders, so it's shoulder stability. Like when I'm doing, it's probably why I'm so decent at doing bench press right off the bat. It's probably the reason why I'm okay. Shoulder mobility, right? You know what we need to do? We need to test it out with some dumbbells now, right? Because my shoulder mobility and stabilization is pretty solid at this point for the 7 minutes. Need one of these bands or a card holder, check out my suckerfreestore.com. I appreciate all the channel support. I got some quality products. I wouldn't give you guys any junk. I'm telling you. Good stuff here. 100%. Cutter says the mods wrecking them. Yes. They needed to eat. They were starving. Now they're just feeding. Gluttony. Feast. Feast. Yeah, this is for the shoulder bulletproofing. This is what my brother calls it. Justin Pawlak, check out his channel. He's the one who taught me this method, and it's epic. Now, like I said, starting out, I only did a 3-minute duration. I've worked my way up to a 7-minute duration 2 times a day, and it's pretty awesome. Right, so if you like one of these for yourself, it's at thesuckerfreestore.com. Hit me up, and I'll send them out this morning. We have 2 minutes left of this 7-minute duration. How does it help? It's this is the cornerstone to all your workouts. Whether you mess with dumbbells, cables, free weights, whatever, this is your stabilization cornerstone, right? The base. You'll notice after utilizing this method that you're much more stable with your form. 100%. Is this a good warm-up? Sure. It's a good cool-down as well. The first minute is a good warm-up, but if you take it past a minute, then you're turning it into a workout. And we're doing 7 minutes, right? Just keeping all these very little muscles under tension the entire time. Is the band you're using elastic? It's rubber, right? It's rubber. Check them out at my suckerfreestore.com. We have 25 seconds left of the 7-minute duration. You got crunchy shoulders. You need to start utilizing some MSM and creatine. Zinc, magnesium. Vitamin D3, you need all that. This is the sucker-free resistance band and the sucker-free card holder set. And suckerfreestore.com. That's it, guys. That's it. And we're going to be utilizing some weights this evening. So let me just show you what we got on plan, what we're going to do. Right, I got this thing over here. See it?